The great city of Murgatroyd, an alternate universe, a parallel reality, similar in many ways to the original universe, containing the same people but in a very different timeline leading very different lives.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the board. I'm Eric Niedermeyer Vincini, head of the Vincini Corporation. We are here today to discuss the launch of a new Vincini production. In Canada, my mother Judy, who's recently married Senator Quint, will be heading up the new Canadian division. As all of you know, Vincini stock continues to soar, and I am pleased to celebrate my 5th year as CEO here at Vincini. And now I'm going to turn the meeting over to my assistant for the latest stock earning report.
In the Prime Universe, the primary original timeline. After being separated from Aunt Suki for a period of time, Uncle Frank has begun to use an online dating service and is now going out on his first date. Uncle Frank is meeting a young woman at Drifty's for his first date.
Hello there, young lady. Everybody just calls me Uncle Frank. Of course, we're going to be dating and all. I guess you might as well just call me Frank and all. You look prettier in your picture on that phone line thing. You look awful nice in person. What are you, some kind of a model or something? You work at that Vincini place, or you work over at the paper doll factory, or what are you, a college student or something? You look pretty young and all. I guess we ought to introduce ourselves. So you go ahead and tell me a little about
Mr.
yourself.
Frank. Very pleased to meet you. My name Shimiko Hiramoto and I daughter Fudiki Hiramoto. Father very powerful man. He paper doll factory owner and CEO, you see. Yes, I still take college class, mister.
Well,
yes,
I was
do.
thinking you look awful familiar. I've seen your picture in the paper and seen your face on TV and all. And you used to attack by that there Murgatroyd serial killer and everything, and you escaped. You was one of the ones that survived, I think. You might be the only one that survived. And that must have been an awful experience, Shimiko. And I'll get you something to drink here, and we'll get us a double here. And they have a triple if you're real hungry. I like going drifty. That's where Aunt Suki always likes to go. I hope you enjoy the food.
I so very glad meet you here today. You look like man who be good father figure. You have kid? 1 kid? 2 kid? I still single. No kid. Hi hi he he
asking me if I had any kids and all. Well, yeah, I've got 2 kids, and them 2 kids is why I'm sitting here talking to you right now. They're the reason I'm single. I lost control of my urges, you could say, and I had a moment of indiscretion, shall we say, and them 2 kids are not by my wife, Aunt Suki. Them 2 kids are by somebody else. I'm not going to get into that right now, seeing it's how we just met and everything, but I don't even know where them 2 kids are exactly right now. I've met them and I've seen them, and, I'd take care of them if their mother wanted me to and all, but it's just my little moment of weakness and all, and fathering them 2 kids is exactly why I'm single now. You know what I mean?
Dr. Derrickson, as you know, the construction of the second energy time flux device and its introduction into things has caused 2 separate energy time flows to exist at once, and this could have devastating repercussions. Tell us, you've expounded in the past some of your theories, and you've even written some scholarly papers on the subject. Dr. Derrickson, Could you please enlighten us on this whole thing that's going on?
Yes. Unfortunately, the timeline has been disturbed. Even now, we cannot be certain which events have changed, what the original timeline may have consisted of. What this means, of course, is that our own memories of events have changed. It's entirely possible that they could be completely fabricated. They have come from some alternate timeline, and now we just have no idea of knowing what our own timeline and what this dimension has actually consisted of. We cannot know at any given moment the accuracy of our memories, times, dates, events, people we've known. It's because of the disturbance, because of the alternate timelines, everything is in flux. I mean, our entire experience within our own lifetime is now in flux. We exist in a state of interdeterminacy, and there's no way of knowing what is real and what is not.
A frightening prospect, Dr. Derrickson.
It is.
Thank you, Dr. Derrickson.
Yes.
Attention citizens. Attention citizens. This is a public service announcement authorized by the Agency to Save Humanity from Subhumans, an organization created by your beloved Prince Devane of the North American continent and our beloved world ruler King Pedestrian.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, children, boys and girls, all of humanity. This is your beloved leader, King Pedestrian, and I am calling upon each and every one of you worldwide to join in the valiant patriotic fight against the hordes of paper dolls, which are overrunning humanity. They threaten to overthrow and dominate the world. They must be destroyed on sight. Each of you has something handy: a knife, a pair of scissors, a staple gun, some type of lighter, any kind of torch. Paper dolls go up real fast. Any kind of fire will destroy them. Any kind of a cutting weapon will destroy them. Incinerate as much of them as possible, because anything that's remaining may and can regenerate. They are subhumans, and they pose a threat to mankind, a threat to humanity. They are a plague upon society, a plague upon the culture, a plague upon the world. And as your king, it is your patriotic duty to see that they are eradicated from the surface of the earth. So I'm calling upon all of you to use whatever means are at your disposal to destroy these paper dolls. If you see one, destroy it immediately. Men, form posses, form teams. Conduct house-to-house searches to locate any hiding remaining living paper dolls. Immediately destroy them upon sight. Yes, the world must be eradicated of these paper dolls. They must be eliminated. They are a pestilence, a plague, and they must be destroyed. This has been King Pedestrian. Thank you, loyal citizens.
This has been a public service announcement. We now return you to regular programming here on CRZY Television.
You have reached the Biotech Lab. Dr. Gitrick is not available at the moment. I am Steve, the lab assistant. If there is something I can help you with, please state the nature of your request.
the Biotech Lab. I hope I got the right place and all. Your name is Steve, you say? Well, Steve, you sound kind of robotic, like you might be one of them computer-generated voices or what have you and all. Anyhow, listen, I need to get down there. I need to make an appointment, I guess, with Dr. Getrick and all. See, I know a lot about what y'all do down there. I don't know exactly what y'all do down there, but I've seen some of it. I mean, you know, I'm the one found Flashy's foot behind the Super Deluxe grocery and all, and it growed up into a pair of legs, and then it, you know, turned into another Flashy. And, of course, I tried to turn that foot into y'all, and y'all was caught. Well, the feds was down there, and y'all's place was surrounded by the police and all, so I just took the foot home with me, and, of course, it grew into a full-grown Flashy, you know, and all. And, of course, I lost my, well, I had urges, and I just couldn't control myself, and I was tempted by her in my backyard, you could say, and all. And so I ended up fathering a couple of paper doll twins. Now, I don't know where they are because she ran off with them, and I hadn't seen her or the twins. And, well, they came by once and visited me, but that's been some time back. Well, anyhow, I lost my wife, Aunt Suki, and I don't really want to get into all the details and all like that. But I know y'all can do just about anything down there at the Biotech Lab and all. And I even met an eel that could talk out in the woods one day, so I know y'all got talking eels and everything else down there. Anyway, what I'm trying to get at is I found an old hairbrush that belonged to Aunt Suki that had her hair in it. And, of course, I know that hair has DNA and all like that. So what I'm saying, if I bring that hairbrush down there that belonged to Aunt Suki, can y'all take some of her hair and make a clone of her? You know, that way I'll have Aunt Suki back now. Because I've tried this dating thing, and I met a little old Asian girl the other day. And her daddy's rich and important and powerful and all, and I just don't think I'm what she's looking for and all. I mean, she likes older men and all. She's got a daddy complex. You know, she's looking for somebody like her daddy and all. And I'd be happy to fill that bill, but I'm just not rich enough to support that little Asian girl the way she's used to and all. And see, Aunt Suki, she didn't expect all that much and everything. Anyhow, I just miss Aunt Suki. I wish she was back. Anyway, I'm going to bring this hairbrush down there, and if y'all can clone Aunt Suki, well, I'll sign whatever kind of contract y'all want. And, you know, if y'all want to charge me for services, I'll cash in one of my life insurance policies, whatever. I just want to get Aunt Suki back. So anyway, set me up with an appointment with Dr. Getrick, Steve. Thank you.
Flex Theater near you. Anastas Boulimi's new shocking thriller, Sex Maniacs from Hell. Totally unbelievable in its provocative debauchery and total depravity.
Even the blasphemy of the human body is depicted in this devilish, sadistic shot. So exposed, the insatiable curiosity of youth will cause him to delve deeper and deeper into this grotesque material until his utter depravity is complete. All of you, a vicious crime of violence, murder, forcible rape, or assault to kill is being committed every 3 minutes. The total cost... The degradation of these people is so complete, as shown here, that their sex satisfaction and climax come only in being tortured themselves, of inflicting torture on others. Even the blasphemy of the human... Even the blasphemy of the human body is depicted in this devilish, sadistic shot. So exposed, the insatiable curiosity of youth will cause him to delve deeper and deeper into this grotesque material until his utter depravity is complete. All of you...
Sadistic lust blazes across the screen in this unbridled epic of
perverted,
corruption.
scintillating, Man's basest desires laid bare in this seductive masterpiece by acclaimed director Anastas Boulimi. See it today at your local Triple Flex theater.
So exposed, the insatiable curiosity of youth will cause him to delve deeper and deeper into this grotesque material until his utter depravity is complete. All of you, a vicious crime of violence, murder, forcible rape, or assault to kill is being committed every 3 minutes. The total cost. The degradation of these people is so complete, as shown here, that their sex satisfaction and climax come only in being tortured themselves, of inflicting torture on others. Even the blasphemy of the human...
Gentlemen, allow me to introduce myself to those of you who are new here who are not acquainted with me. I am Lieutenant Skidders, and I have been appointed to be in charge of this new crime task force. Gentlemen, I'm going to be passing around some photos for all of you to examine. They are figures who have recently relocated here to Murgatroyd. The key figure, who's the crime boss from New Jersey, is Giovanni Caprici. He is the head of the crime family, and they are now, as I say, taking up residence here in Murgatroyd. The other people involved with this, you'll look at their pictures, and their names are on the pictures, is Altero Toscano Jr. We believe he is the second in command under Giovanni Caprici. And then there is Giovanni Capricrici's son, of course, following in his father's footsteps, also known as Bonnie Jr. You will note his picture as well. Another figure, one of the hitmen who takes care of some of the dirty work that our dear friend Giovanni doesn't take care of himself, Salvador Ferrato. And last but not least, the one who will be putting the squeeze on the casinos, the loan sharking, the numbers racket, all of the gambling and vice here in Murgatroyd, Rollo Antonelli. Gentlemen, get familiar with these figures. You'll be running into them from time to time. We don't have enough to move on them yet, but now at least you'll be acquainted with them. Thank you very much for this meeting. And remember, gentlemen, no matter how charming or nice or suave, good-looking, sophisticated these men may appear, they are cold-blooded killers. And everywhere they've been before Murgatroyd, they've left behind them a trail of bodies. Well, we don't want that here in this city. We don't want to see a bloodbath here from mob wars. So keep an eye on these guys. Good luck, everybody.
Good evening, this is Hugh Millotson here at CRZY News. Lieutenant Skitters of the Murgatroyd Police has been chosen to head up a special organized crime task force to look into the recent arrival of certain key, high-level mafia figures to the greater Murgatroyd area. It is believed that the casinos and strip joints that were attracted to Murgatroyd during the rebuilding after the massive fire 2 years ago may have been a contributing factor to the recent arrival of organized crime figures to Murgatroyd. In other news today, the Murgatroyd Slayers will be signing autographs at Quentin Memorial Stadium next Thursday night in a fundraising drive for the new children's wing of Murgatroyd Mercy Hope Hospital. Refreshments will be available from Drifties at this autograph show, so be sure to bring the entire family to this exciting event.
Boss, I've been by the casino and picked up this week's tape. The envelope was a little light. So I let Jaco know if he wants to keep cruising around on that Harley, he better cough up the rest of what he owes us. I reminded him of what happened to Toby in front of the biker bar. I swear, boss, he turned white as a sheet. When I mentioned Toby, next piece on the list is the Oreo boys. They've been hanging around. They've been getting hamburger meat.
Yeah, I heard about how Drifties has been cheating on us, getting their hamburger meat from the Milano boys. Yeah, and as for Jaco, yeah, we made an example with Toby. You seen him out there laying bloody on the sidewalk. I hate to have to whack the poor son of a bitch, but you gotta do what you gotta do. If we have to kill another bastard, it'll send a message to the rest of them. Go for it, Antonelli. Do what you gotta do.
Thank you, boss.
Murgatroyd, you're watching CRZ1.
CRZY brings you a special investigative report by Humilid Sun, Mafia in Our Midst, a startling expose on how organized crime has come to Murgatroyd City and what needs to be done to address the growing threat to citizens.
During the course of this journalistic investigation, I came across strong indications that extortion and strong-arm pressure tactics were being used against construction companies in the Murgatroyd area to force them into purchasing building materials from Capacrici Enterprises. I also uncovered that the construction workers' union boss was himself an associate of Capacrici Enterprises, or, in gangster parlance, a made man. A former employee of Drifties who refused to appear on camera asserted that strong-arm tactics were exerted to force Drifties into purchasing hamburger meat from Capacrici Enterprises as well. And the list goes on and on as I began to explore the shady night world of the local casinos and strip joints.
As a matter of fact, you even attempted to talk to union representatives of the construction workers who flatly refused to discuss anything with him, and representatives of Drifties also declined our request to appear on camera. So it seems that in the Murgatroyd of today a climate of fear and intimidation rules the day. We caught up with the man who has been appointed to head up the Murgatroyd investigative team into organized high crime, Lieutenant Skitters, and here's what he had to say.
Well, as a matter of fact, the task force has identified all of the key players. We know their names, we know what they look like, we know most of their activities. We do not yet have enough to move in on them, but we're keeping a close eye on what's going on. This is definitely an ongoing investigation. Thank you very much.
not just an opinion. It's your opinion. Into opinion radio. Dodo. Tune into opinion radio. Go, 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 go. Welcome to Opinion Radio, where you can call in with your opinions.
Welcome to our show today, this week's edition of Opinion Radio, with your host Julie Etta Sidestepper. Call in your opinion about anything, any idea, any subject. This is where you can voice your opinion. And we have a caller on the line.
Uncle Frank here and all, and I was just going to talk about this. I seen on the news there, Hugh Millerton, all talking about the mafias here in Murgatroyd and all, and I was going to tell y'all what I seen the other day, you know. Well, see, my wife left me, and I started dating this little Asian girl that I met online, you know, that they're a Murgatroyd single, whatever you call it, website and all, where you meet people and everything. So I met this little Asian girl, and she likes to go out to eat and all, you know, and so we in the Drifties one day, just because, you know, my wife and I, we used to go to Drifties all the time. So me and this little Asian girl sitting there, you know, we ordered us a double and all, and these fellas came in just throwing their weight around and talking to the manager. Just, I won't repeat what they said. I don't believe y'all be able to put it on the air anyway. And they just trying to force him to buy some hamburger meat from them and all, you know what I mean? And I could tell by the way they carried themselves and walked around and conducted themselves and all that they was a criminal element and all, you know, mafia, I guess what you call them, and, you know, underworld of the mob and everything. And I hope that Hugh Millerton can expose them and get to the bottom of all this. I've seen on TV is they're mixed up in construction and everything else. And Murgatroyd's got not enough problems, you know, with everything without them coming in here and causing more problems. And anyway, that's all I've got to say. It's Uncle Frank, and thank you.
Features best-selling author Emma Jean Slokowski, author of the nationwide bestseller The Inadequate Female. Right here now with host Reginald Niedermeyer on the Funny Apron.
Hey, it's Reggie Niedermeyer here with the Funny Apron Hour. Our guest tonight is a nationwide best-selling author. Her name is Emma Jean Slokowski, and her book, if you haven't read it already, you need to go out and get your copy. It's called The Inadequate Female. And she's here tonight, audience and viewers at home, to tell us all about this book and all about what it means to be an inadequate female and what women can do to stop being an inadequate female. So without further ado, here's our guest tonight, Emma Jean Slokowski.
Thanks Reginald Niedermeyer. It is an honor to be here on the Funny Apron Hour. Yes, my new book, The Inadequate Female, attempts to tell women just how and why they are inadequate and how they can rectify this sorry situation. Allow me, if you would, to read a few pages out of my book. If today's woman understood what it truly means to be an adequate woman, she would get up off the couch, clean the house, fix dinner, and do other things for her devoted man instead of ignoring and neglecting him. The adequate woman is a homemaker, a loving wife, a mother, All the things a woman was intended by the divine goddess mother of the universe to be. The divine goddess mother created women first so that they could teach and improve men. But today's women have forgotten their divine origins and have degenerated into lazy frumps. Is it any wonder that men leave the nest and seek out successful career girls? Of course not. You lost him when you got lazy and stopped taking care of him, and where did he go? Straight into the arms of a divine woman who will take care of him. Get off your lazy ass and show your man that you really care. Then you will become adequate again as you should be, and you will regain a sense of confidence in your own innate adequacy. Go get him, girl. Go get him.
While doing important space research for the government, Dr. Jack Reeves Summer stumbled upon a new form of radiation. When this was aimed at a papier-mâché figure, a life form was created, Papier-Mâché Boy. Because this creature was lonely and there were no others like him, in a quest to create new beings and new forms, Papier-Mâché Boy enlisted the help of outside forces to create a small group of similar life forms. This is how a small race of papier-mâché creatures was created. And this is the story of Papier-Mâché Boy.
Jack. They are not human.
Well,
they
hell,
are not human.
You created these things, Dr. Reeves Summer, but can you honestly tell me, Jack, can you control these damn things? I mean, they are not human after all. Face it, they are papier-mâché creatures. What were you trying to prove? What were you hoping to accomplish, Jack?
Hey viewers. Remember to tune in tomorrow night for the interview with First Lady Judy Quant, the wife of President Quant. That's tomorrow night right here on YZRC Television. Don't miss it. Get the whole family together for this.
YZRC proudly presents the first episode of the brand new series 60s Boy, a rollicking, non-stop romp into fun and excitement.